regret, regret, submit, submit, divine, divine, revenue, revenue, corrupt, corrupt, separate, separate, factual, factual, swamp, swamp, expedition, expedition, abnormal, abnormal, storage, storage, revive, revive, consistent, consistent, motion, motion, patent, patent, virtue, virtue, deadline, deadline, equator, equator, cognitive, cognitive, hinder, hinder, humble, humble, bounce, bounce, imprison, imprison, enlist, enlist, hygiene, hygiene, upcoming, upcoming, trace, trace, pulse, pulse, locate, locate, controversy, controversy, flattery, flattery, regard, regard, convenience, convenience, carbon, carbon, rush, rush, contaminate, contaminate, external, external, herd, herd, allocate, allocate, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Confess, confess, subjective, subjective, casual, casual, acknowledge, acknowledge, accord, accord, immense, accord, extract, 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 sewage, sewage, reconciliation, reconciliation, explore, explore, warrant, warrant, compliment, compliment, ceramic, ceramic, license, license, emerge, emerge, halt, halt, pierce, pierce, ponder, ponder, burglar, burglar, stroke, stroke, lottery, lottery, certificate, certificate, transplant, transplant, cluster, cluster, plea, plea, derive, derive, plague, plague, ultrasound, ultrasound, deluxe, deluxe, convey, convey, depth, depth, evaporate, evaporate, lame, lame, intelligence, intelligence, sour, sour, repetitive, repetitive, oppress, oppress, leftover, leftover, embrace, embrace, blade, blade,
Abundant, abundant, duplicate, 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 spoil, spoil, altitude, altitude, glimpse, glimpse, blend, blend, swell, swell, grief, grief, beverage, beverage, warrior, warrior, shrub, shrub, slice, slice, exotic, exotic, arrogant, arrogant, vanish, vanish, outbreak, outbreak, predominant, predominant, cozy, cozy, recommend, recommend, auction, auction, obsess, obsess, suitor, suitor, rational, rational, discreet, discreet, pioneer, pioneer, assert, assert, undo, undo, inevitable, inevitable, elaborate, elaborate, toss, toss, retain, retain, maximize, maximize, build up, machinery, machinery, sacrifice, sacrifice, auditorium, auditorium, linger, linger, neglect, neglect, feedback, feedback, radioactive, radioactive,
impair, impair, metaphor, metaphor, dispense, dispense, bruise, bruise, attorney, attorney, sanitation, sanitation, heredity, heredity, naive, naive, shed, shed, metropolitan, metropolitan, shield, shield, ecology, ecology, record, 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 expel, expel, plow, plow, prolong, prolong, fluent, fluent, margin, margin, induce, induce, interior, interior, ornament, ornament, probe, probe, vibrate, vibrate, speculate, speculate, versus, versus, pregnant, pregnant, epidemic, epidemic, precede, precede, breathtaking, breathtaking, foundation, foundation, stimulate, stimulate, fabric, fabric, overturn, overturn, ripe, ripe, framework, framework, urgent, urgent, settle, settle, conflict, conflict, vapor, vapor, tuition, tuition,
literature, literature, loop, loop, quote, quote, inhale, inhale, prospect, prospect, anchor, anchor, reference, reference, compound, 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 withstand, withstand, implement, 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 anonymous, anonymous, collide, collide, memorial, memorial, vacant, vacant, technical, technical, thrill, thrill, wander, wander, proportion, proportion, antibiotic, antibiotic, overtake, overtake, resemble, resemble, orchard, orchard, compassion, compassion, preoccupation, preoccupation, paste, paste, provoke, provoke, wicked, wicked, sprain, sprain, sequence, sequence, stool, stool, disrupt, disrupt, solitary, solitary, berry, berry, rust, rust, fad, fad, referee, referee, sector, sector, boost, boost, gymnastics, gymnastics, gross, gross,
last, last, tariff, tariff, beloved, beloved, lyric, lyric, yeast, yeast, skyscraper, skyscraper, inquire, inquire, spade, spade, vacuum, vacuum, migrate, migrate, spectacle, spectacle, surplus, surplus. Simulate, simulate. Integration, integration. Hypothesis, hypothesis. Affirm, affirm. Fortress, fortress. Read, read. Cue, cue. Mole, mole. Divide, divide. Inborn, inborn. Overlap, overlap. Fatigue, fatigue. Clone, clone. Peel, peel. Ease, ease. Overcome, overcome. Fund, fund. Bias, bias. Vaccine, vaccine. Tread, tread. Vomit, vomit. Prophecy, prophecy. Correspond, correspond. Cling, cling. Mutation, mutation. Obscure, obscure. Tyrant, tyrant. Odd, odd.
Intriguing, intriguing. Restrain, restrain. Bundle, bundle. Enclose, enclose. Insert, insert. Keen, keen. Constrict, constrict. Aid, aid. Reputation, reputation. Measurement, measurement. Originate, originate. Flower, flower. Manipulate, manipulate. Experiment, experiment. Patriot, patriot. Interchange, interchange. Intuitive, intuitive. Garment, garment. Spontaneous, spontaneous. Vertical, vertical. Testify, testify. Mentor, mentor. Vivid, vivid. Pasture, pasture. Crust, crust. Comprehend, comprehend. Plunge, plunge. Nasty, nasty. Appreciate, appreciate. Emigrate, emigrate. Deed, deed. Skinny, skinny. Grill, grill. Canal, canal. Curse, curse. Adverse, adverse. Censorship, censorship. Forehead, forehead. Appetite, appetite. Flaw, flaw.
Outgoing, outgoing. Verbal, verbal. Liberate, liberate. Segregation, segregation. Advance, advance. Contemplate, contemplate. Underlying, underlying. Academic, academic. Stem, stem. Irrigation, irrigation. Consecutive, consecutive. Superficial, superficial. Refuge, refuge. Swear, swear. Allergy, allergy. Norm, norm. Endeavor, endeavor. Erect, erect. Feminine, feminine. Drowsy, drowsy. Inspect, inspect. Carriage, carriage. Primitive, primitive. Compress, compress. Govern, govern. Cemetery, cemetery. Shatter, shatter. Exaggerate, exaggerate. Random, random. Feast, feast. Commemorate, commemorate. Steep, steep. Multitask, multitask. Toxic, toxic. Stare, stare. Chronic, chronic. designate, designate. Dramatic, dramatic. Intense, intense. Propaganda, propaganda.
Numerous, numerous. Shiver, shiver. Retarded, retarded. Ongoing, ongoing. Mention, mention. Executive, executive. Chaos, chaos. Microscope, microscope. Belonging, belonging. Vulnerable, vulnerable. Implication, implication. Alley, alley. Authentic, authentic. Compel, compel. Transition, transition. Index, index. Incline, incline. Attain, attain. Innate, innate. Ingenuity, ingenuity. Upset, upset. Stretch, stretch. Seize, seize. Screw, screw. Savage, savage. Province, province. Coordinate, coordinate. Deficient, deficient. Privilege, privilege. Preview, preview. Equivalent, equivalent. Shelter, shelter. Throughout, throughout. Outlaw, outlaw. Squeeze, squeeze. Breakthrough, breakthrough. Consent, consent. Orphan, orphan. Negotiate, negotiate. Nuisance, nuisance.
Recipe, recipe. Deceive, deceive. Sweep, sweep. Profile, profile. Enterprise, enterprise. Successive, successive. Paradox, paradox. Surpass, surpass. Correlation, correlation. Magnitude, magnitude. Aesthetics, aesthetics. Earnest, earnest. Tremble, tremble. Slaughter, slaughter. Surrender, surrender. Philosophy, philosophy. Deplete, deplete. Admire, admire. Starvation, starvation. Summon, summon. Afford, afford. Blunt, blunt. Sprint, sprint. Passerby, passerby. Tense, tense. Boil, boil. Timber, timber. Collaborate, collaborate. Stance, stance. Blow, blow. Ballot, ballot. Division, division. Acquaintance, acquaintance. Amplify, amplify. Contradict, contradict. Burst, burst. Cast, cast. Falsify, falsify. Psychic, psychic. Paddle, paddle.